Right now, Bitcoin is pumping back towards the upside, and I will be exactly talking about the most important levels of resistance. I will be discussing my criteria when I can start to see, okay, from off this point onwards, I think Bitcoin is going to be breaking bullish, and much more, because I will be also go over the most important macro environment, what currently is going on, because there are many things happening this week, and I will be exactly inform you about all the things that are currently going down. Of course, BlockFi is also going bankrupt and they are currently suing FTX. So many things to talk about. So don't forget to slap up that like button on today's update video. Can we smash it back above 400 likes? That will be absolutely incredible. Once looking at the imminent short term for Bitcoin, we can start to see that Bitcoin has seen a very strong bounce like we have been discussing yesterday on the channel. Also, the day before, we discussed the symmetrical triangle, then we were seeing, of course, the breakdown. So those were basically two very good trades we were looking at on the channel. Right now, if I look at the price action of Bitcoin, we can start to see the downward sloping resistance line for Bitcoin. What we can currently see is that Bitcoin is re-entering the symmetrical triangle, and this downward sloping resistance line is currently meeting the pump of Bitcoin that we're currently seeing. So far, we're still trading in a downtrend. So far, the trend has not been shifting. Talking about the trend, how we can see how it is going to shift, it's basically important to look at the previous high. Whenever Bitcoin breaks above the previous high in the market, I expect, okay, right now, I think we're going to see further continuation towards the upside, but as long as we're not confirming a break above the previous high that we basically have not been able to do since the beginning of this absolutely big crash with FTX, right? We have been not able to set higher highs. So as long as we're not doing so, the previous high is resistance and also our short target. But as soon as we do break above it, it's going to be flipping into a long target. If we do confirm a breakout above, and the place where we want to be opening up a long position is exactly on the point where we're going to be having the retest of the previous range high, and that is also what I will be doing. I'm currently waiting to see whenever we do break above the previous high, and once we are going to be having that retest, I will be opening up a potential long position on it. So that is my strategy right now for Bitcoin on the imminent short term. I mean, I am not going to go open a long position if we're still forming a lower high. I mean, so far, we have not even taken out the previous high in the market, and that is definitely a thing you should be looking at least for the imminent short term for Bitcoin right now. Furthermore, we can see on the 4-hourly time frame, Bitcoin created a small little downtrend right here. You can clearly see this level right here has been providing significant resistance along the way down here, and so far, we've been once again testing it a few hours ago, and yet again, we've been seeing a rejection. Will we be breaking above it? That could be a potential scenario, but as long as we're not breaking above it, we are still in fact trading in a downtrend. And like you do know, as long as we're trading in a downtrend, you can't look at those long positions. So still waiting for the potential break above, and if we do break above it, it is going to be allowing us to long this basically on the retest, and that's also exactly what I will be doing with my trading strategy right now on the market. Currently, I am also in a 2x leverage long on Bitcoin to be accumulating the market, and I will be DCA more and more in towards this trade here. If you want to be trading yourself as well, you can do so on Bybit. If you do sign up an account using the link in the description, you can claim a deposit bonus up to $30,000, so make sure to check that out. And if you want to be trading from the US, you can trade with BitGet. BitGet is an exchange that allows you to trade from the US without KYC, without VPN, and you can withdraw over 30 Bitcoins on a daily basis with using the BitGet exchange. Also, if you sign up an account using the link in the description, you can claim deposit bonuses up to $20,000. So make sure to check that out right now in the link in the description. Furthermore, looking at Bitcoin on the weekly time frame, and if we're going to be looking at the logarithmic MACD, we can currently see that basically, of course, every single time Bitcoin goes above the 0.25 on the MACD chart, we basically top out in the market. Of course, it wasn't exactly the top for Bitcoin because Bitcoin went higher afterwards, but it was indicating a very good sell range, right? Then, whenever the MACD goes minus 0.15, we basically can see this is a good point where we could start to be accumulating at. And just like we had in 2019, we bottomed over there, and once again it's indicating that we are sitting on this lower range. However, we could be having potentially another bearish crossover, and if that happens, it could be it could lead towards even more suffering and more pain in the market for the imminent short term. So do be very much aware about that one. Also, a thing I want to be pointing out here is that the previous weekly candle close that closed basically 1.5 days ago closed in towards the green, and right now officially we have been confirming a bullish weekly divergence, what basically means that Bitcoin is either going to see a small little relief or some sideways price action from here on, and probably not a significant dump towards the downside in at least the coming 2 to 4 weeks here. So we have confirmed a bullish divergence on the weekly time frame, and this is definitely a good development for the price action in a bigger scale. And also we're creating a bullish divergence from oversold conditions, and this is the first time that Bitcoin ever has done that in history. And if you don't know, if you're trading with divergences and if you're trading it from an oversold or an overbought condition, it basically usually has a stronger movement if it is coming from an oversold or an overbought condition. So those are things that are looking very good right now. Then quickly talking about this week here, this week is basically filled up with a lot of important things here, especially tomorrow on the Wednesday. We will be getting a lot of data from out of the US, and also we will be having the last speech from Fed Chairman Jerome Powell. This is the last one of 2021, so this one is also going to be very exciting. Of course, in December we still will have a Federal Reserve meeting, but this is the last speech he will do here in 2022. So also tomorrow is going to be a very important day, especially with Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell having a speech. So make sure that you're going to be ready. Probably I will be live streaming tomorrow his speech to see what kind of effect it will have on the market, and potentially if we can like learn some stuff from that. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want to be seeing that live stream tomorrow. Then also quickly looking at the super trend indicating on a weekly time frame. Do remember, guys, currently we've been trading in a bear market, and I think the bear market stage will be over as soon as we do break, right now in this case, above $22,000, because that is also the point where we will be breaking the super trend. And to be very clear, this was on a movement of approximately 300% towards the upside. So yeah, there could be some big moves happening for Bitcoin. So once it breaks, you will be the first one to know here on the channel. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel right now. Then the last subject I want to be talking about is, of course, BlockFi filing for bankruptcy happening yesterday. It seems like the market already priced in that BlockFi was going bankrupt. I mean, everyone expected it. Everyone already knew it. To be very clear, BlockFi indicated that it had more than 100,000 creditors with liabilities and assets ranging from $1 to $10 billion US. So those are quite a lot of liabilities that they have to pay off here. Of course, they can't because they filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. But at the same time, BlockFi is currently suing FTX Sam Bankman-Fried. So why he's doing so is because BlockFi is demanding Bankman-Fried his investment into towards the company over its shares in Robinhood as collateral it agreed to pay as a part of the pledge of the agreement. So of course they still have the shares in Robinhood, and it's approximately 7.5%, and right now BlockFi is demanding those shares. So also a thing that's very interesting, SBF will be joining the show, the Twitter Spaces for Mario. He will be joining it on this Thursday on December on 9 p.m. So if you're interested in joining this space and basically seeing what SBF is going to say, make sure to join me, because I will definitely be there. Let me know if I should stream this one as well here. But anyways, thanks so much for watching for this amazing new update video here on the channel. It was an absolutely pleasure to be your host once again on today's update video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash up that like button, and of course consider smashing up the bell notification, because tomorrow I will be back with potentially a live stream on Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell, his speech. So don't forget to slap up the like button. See you guys tomorrow. Peace out. Goodbye.